Hi everyone, got a rather large box just arrived from England containing more Beatles rarities. More Beatles vinyl rarities to be exact. So we're going to unbox it together. The packing chips. So, this is a collection of albums. Let's see if we can get these out without spilling too many of these on the floor. Okay. That's the first packet. I'll just put that over there while I get another packet. Mind the lights, and one more packet. Let's check there's nothing else in there. Pretty overpacked, but I'd rather have that than underpacked. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Okay, so the decks are clear. Let's see what we've got. Really nicely packaged in proper boxes, which is really nice to see. And inside the proper boxes are even better. Lovely white mailing envelopes. This is the only way I like to see these LP mailing envelopes. Inside another box, inside a huge box. These on their own are just not good enough. Anyway, maybe I can... I'll have to open these as they're supposed to be opened. Okay, first out of the box is sticky tape on my fingers. Okay. First out of the box is a really nice looking white album. Inside got its inserts. There's some foxing there on the poster. But nice, clean, intact black inners. And 4 posters and the spacer sheet. Unfortunately, again, with quite a lot of foxing on. The number is 229545, and it's one of these very light, thin carded monos. Sometimes you get very thick, heavy card. This is quite a thin, flimsy card, but it's got a nice spine. Both ends nicely covered, nicely laminated, and as I said before, very nice and white. So a good start, and this is the records. So that's the -1. Again, not the earliest pressing because these all have an EMI recording on the label. That's the -1 as well. That's -1. And that's the -1. So a nice mono white album to kick off with. So for the inevitable signs of age. So, proper opening. That's a bit easier, isn't it? Next up, with the Beatles, pretty standard age-related marks on the back there, finger marks, etc. Got a standard second pressing disc, I think with the Dominion Belinda credit for money, and that is a 7N. So that's the most common mono variant of them all. 7N, 7N, yeah. Pretty standard copy of With the Beatles, but a nice inner sleeve. Here we have Beatles for Sale. That's a really nice cover. That is a really nice cover. This one has this sort of interesting cutout. You see John's head and Paul's head look like, cut and paste photographs. Some sleeves don't have that, but yeah, you can see. It's odd. But that's a really solid, strong, clean cover. So difficult to find in this condition. And unusually, this has a 1968 inner sleeve. So maybe this was sold later. Okay, this is a 3N, 4N combination. Quite a nice looking disc. It's been played, but not bad at all. Obviously needs a clean, so don't worry about my fingers. Everything will be cleaned. Just after I switch this video off. So nice that all these are individually wrapped. And the best thing is I can use a lot of these LP mailers, which are really good. I can use them again. These probably not. For storage maybe. Okay, here we've got a nice clean mono copy of Help. What's the price there? 37 shillings and 5p. And this is quite a lightweight sleeve, so this is not a 65 press, it's probably a little bit later. And yeah, I can see the inner sleeve is again a 1968 inner sleeve. But some of these later pressings are better sounding than first presses and got played less. Yep, there we go, that's a standard 1968 label. Kept its -2 first pressing matrices all through its run, but the weight of the disc and the texture of the label tells me that it's 67, 68 pressing. Nice condition. So maybe all this collection is going to date from around that period, which is good because some of these later cuttings are really nice. Again, this is another 1968 sleeve and a really nice mono cover. That's very clean. Very clean. No thumbnails, no creasing, not even a spine bend there. Very nice. And this is indeed a 1969 pressing because there's no sold in the UK on the label. On either label. Sometimes you get crossovers, and it is my favourite pressing of all time, the -5 mono cutting. So that's a great looking and great sounding disc. Very nice. Try again. So here we go with Revolver. Again, a nice clean white sleeve. Also from a non-smoking house, which is nice. Nice solid mono cover. Let's see what inner sleeve we've got. This is a 66 inner sleeve with the patents applied for text. That's the original 1966 cover, although this is going to be a second pressing, I can tell already from the Times New Roman font on the labels. It's a -2, 606-2, 606, 605-2, so no alternate version of Tomorrow Never Knows, but it's a nice clean copy. Pop those over that. Oops, sorry. Okay. There you go, Sergeant Pepper. It's a really nice clean sleeve, bit of shelf wear on the corners as they always have. Nothing in there, nothing in there. Standard flip over cover. Standard mono. Got a bit of a split going on at the top, that's unfortunate. This is again a patents applied for inner sleeve, so they used these when they ran out of the red and white ones. So this is going to be a second press, but still not a bad looking copy. It does have day in the life on there. Some of these second pressings omitted day in the life, but that's got it. That's a good standard press. No cutout sheet in that, which is a bit of a shame, but plenty of those around. Okay. Here's a really lovely shiny copy of Abbey Road. This one is with the Apple aligned beneath the track listing. Some early ones had it misaligned and it was about here, but that's a really lovely cover. And correct inner for this one. Oh, this is a patents applied for too. Pretty standard EMI inner sleeve. The mid to late 60s. And regular first press -2, -1. Great sounding first cut without Her Majesty on the label. In fact, I see more copies from this period without Her Majesty on the label on this dark green apple. Dark green apple labels with Her Majesty listed on the side 2 label are, I think, probably rarer than the ones without. Great sounding record there. I could do this all day. Another great sounding record. Oh, unfortunately, another split going on there. is this Hey Jude, really nicely laminated, fully laminated cover. Probably correct in the sleeve. This one dates from 73 because it has the light green Apple label, but this is a really nice hefty chunk of vinyl, and it's still a -1 pressing. Probably the best sounding stereo source for all of these tracks on here. Really fantastic sounding record. Bit of an odd album in my opinion, but especially for British people who are used to the British issues. But a really great sounding pressing. I forget what's missing now. A Hard Day's Night should be along shortly. This might be it. No, it's not. It's going to be the last one, because this one is Please Please Me. In small mono. Quite a lightweight, thin card sleeve. Typical late 60s construction. And of course the 1968 inner sleeve again. And 1969 label, which is actually quite difficult to find without the sold in the UK. And on a few months later it would become the one EMI box label, but this label, this mono label without sold in the UK, didn't last very long. Yeah. By 1969, Please Please Me must have sounded very, very old-fashioned. And this must be A Hard Day's Night. There it is. Another small mono cover. Again, sort of lightweight card, but nice and clean. Not used much at all. And that sort of pale, dark pink 68 inner sleeve, and the 1968 disc with the Gramophone Company Limited, P1964. These sort of very typical labels of the time. A bit shiny, not matte. But again, first pressing -3N matrices. So that's quite a good collection, mostly dating from 67, 68, 69, 68, 69 I should say. So look out for those on the website soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.